Hi, it's Chris D here. I'm about to share with you one of the biggest time wasters you may encounter on internet. If you work from home, inevitably you get instant alerts and messages from your computer. You're going to face significant problems that are going to affect your productivity. And since your PC or your computer is your business tool, you get distracted and sometimes sidetracked by those things. The convenience of instant messaging is great, especially when you keep in touch with someone in your spare time. However, it can be your biggest enemy when it comes to productive work. You have to think of your computer as a business tool, and that's key. When you do this, it is going to allow you to use the computer for only that purpose. That's because you don't really need instant messaging and alerts to pop up while you're working on the computer. In the University of California, Arvin researchers Gloria Mark and Victor Gonzalez found that it takes workers 25 minutes to return to the original tasks once they get sidetracked, if they return to it at all. Another research on information overload conducted by Basics Research and advisory firm found that office interruptions and distractions wasted more than 2 hours a day for the average worker. For more information about this research, you can find on informationoverloadday.com. The time it takes for your brain to get back into its original train of thought is costing you money and unproductive time. The human mind can process only one thought at a time. So if you are getting an instant message while you're working from somebody that requires certain answer or response, you already lost track of your work. Every time you get distracted costs you time, but costs you even more than it's usually expected in the first place. So when our expectations are not met when it comes to completing a task, an activity, or a project, we get emotionally frustrated and predisposes in and of itself to low performance and poor quality of work. And when we perform poorly and produce very little in large chunks of time, we waste even more time to get the job done because we have to come back later and correct ourselves, or to start from scratch again because the work that was done before doesn't do any good for us anymore. So when you get this impulse to open the chat window and see what your friends are doing, or to leave this messaging software open so that you don't miss any news, updates or events, before you get started on your work, think of your desktop as your working environment. In fact, it is a working environment. It is a virtual working environment. If there is a clutter all over the place, having many software applications open, icons and folders, chaos on the desktop, it is also very hard to work efficiently. Because when our mind sees so many things at one place, trying to deal with each one of them at a time, it simply shuts down. You don't want to do that in the middle of your work. That's why it's very critical to prepare yourself every time, even before you begin, to clean and unclutter your working environment. If you want to learn how to eliminate distractions and have the productive time you've always wanted, visit my blog section that is specially designed to help you with distractions at doubletimetodaycom/distractions. That is doubletimetodaycom/distractions. If you want to get more in-depth advice, Q&A sessions with me, and other people's feedback on the topics on time management, subscribe to my free time management tips newsletter and get organized today.